I think the most important thing for the people protesting in Los Angeles right now is to not give them a reason. I think the Trump administration is 100% trying to bait people into giving that man a reason to declare martial law. We're talking about the vast majority of these protesters being peaceful, non-violent, right? Of course you have the fucking knuckleheads that fuck it up for everybody else. But keep in mind, the party that would call those rioters violent and everything also support the January 6ers being free. Different TikTok. The point is, remain peaceful at all costs. We're talking about the vast majority of these protests in LA being peaceful. The National Guard is already there. There are whispers of the fucking Marines being deployed. Keep in mind, this is on U.S. soil, all of it, right? For a peaceful protest, that is something that is very well protected in the Constitution. Freedom of speech, the right to assemble, the right to protest, remain peaceful. So when you see a president readily and actively deploy the National Guard as he's sitting ringside of a UFC fight, and then so readily calls Pete Hegseth to do something, and Pam Bondi to do something, and Kristi Noem to do something, that's a man who wants a reaction from the other side. They want a reason. Please don't give it to them. They know what they're doing is unconstitutional. They know what they're doing is unlawful. That's why when they brought back Kilmar, they tried to make up these fake-ass charges so they could arrest him. They know they're in the wrong. And that's exactly why they would love something like martial law. Please do your research on what the fuck that gives that man the power to fucking do. And sadly enough, I don't think that we have enough soldiers that are readily in the active goddamn military that will remember their oath to serve the goddamn Constitution and not a wannabe dictator. If it turns violent, if it becomes a not peaceful gathering, that tidal wave is going to come across the entire country. Keep protesting by all means. Stand up to this bullshit by all means. But please don't give them a fucking reason. Take note of this, okay? I'm gonna put it this way, right? ICE just detained that Khaby Lame dude, and then he voluntarily departed from the U.S., deported, whatever the fuck. And some dude named Bo Ludin, Bo Ludin, I think is his name. He's on Twitter and he's talking about, I helped the Department of Homeland Security and ICE obtain this far-left illegal alien. Mind you, one of the main things about Khaby Lame and why he became wildly famous is the fact that he never said a fucking word. But let Bo tell it. It's a far-leftist illegal alien. I helped the DHS catch him, yada, 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 right? He's like on Twitter boasting about it. Some 18-year-old brainwashed MAGA motherfucker, okay? The point of this is, his rhetoric was, the Patriots have detained illegal alien Khaby Lame and yada yada. He just made so many efforts to mention patriots, 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 patriots. And that's what we need to pay attention to. That's the exact same rhetoric Hitler used when they were trying to get him for treason. He said, this isn't treason. I did it for the good of Germany. I'm a German patriot. When they know it's fucked up. And eventually that turned into the fucking Holocaust. I feel like somebody who's a true patriot doesn't feel the need to force it in every other tweet they post. It's almost like you need people to believe that you're a patriot because you're doing unpatriotic things. And that's the like the principle behind the Trump administration. They tell you these things that sound so grand. Big, beautiful bill. Deporting all the violent criminals, the illegal immigrants. Inflation is down, gas is down, all of these great grandeur things, whatever. And all you have to do is look past the very thin veil, and you see that everybody who's screaming patriots, we're the January 6ers, we're the patriots. We're going to liberate Los Angeles. Nazis. Nazis. I can't look at everything that happened with Nazi Germany and the way it became about and everything like that, and then I see all of this shit happening in real time and just ignore the similarities. That's separate from no matter which side you're on, no matter who you support. You can't look at the characteristics here and the characteristics here and not acknowledge the similarities. They're screaming patriotic, patriotic, patriotic to slow down the blowback When people wake up and realize that this is in fact the most unpatriotic shit ever, they want to declare martial law. They want the civil unrest. They want the violence. Please don't give them a reason.